G'day everyone, Paul Stoner here, CEO Biggin and Scott. I'm joined today by Daniel Ashen, who was our salesperson of the month for August. Congratulations, Daniel.
Thank you, good to be back in the seat.
Now, you would have seen Daniel a few times in our videos. He's always in and about sort of 1, 2 or 3 each month, so he's in there, he's Mr. Consistency. We'll talk a little bit about August, where September, we're October today. We'll talk a little bit about September and then we'll talk a lot about the block, eh?
Sure, let's do that.
Because everyone wants to talk about the block.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it's a lot of pressure. But, mate, August came together. You didn't have any real quiet months, but the market as a whole has sort of been shifting, if you like. It stops and then it starts and then it stops and it starts. And I know I've spoken to you about this previously, but what's going through your head when you see that there is going to be a gap in a month? You know, do you start freaking out? I know you don't, but I want you to tell the guys watching what, you know, you bed down and do the right things.
I think, look, for me, the greatest work that I'm doing on myself at the moment is all about energy and consistency.
Yep.
I think that's becoming as important to me, or my understanding of it is that it's that important, well, it's as important as the rest of what you do through your business. So you're prospecting, all those things that we know we need to do in order to make business happen. I think it's equally as important to be mindful of your energy and almost have an awareness and an intelligence when it comes to that, about, okay, not letting, you know, things get out of control and getting panicked by, you know, the fact that you might have missed a few listings and, you know, it's coming into a quieter patch, because at the end of the day, that doesn't help you. It only hinders you to get yourself into that state. So I think it's really important to go into each day with a mindset that no matter what comes, I'm just going to be calm, centered, consistent, and that energy will eventually get you the results you're looking for, provided you're doing the other things as well.
So we're talking about habits here. So let's talk a bit about your habits outside of the daily work. What do you do to keep that energy happening in your fitness and your mindset? What are the things that you do?
Might sound a little spiritual, but I have started meditating and I do yoga daily now. That's been going on for a couple of years.
Yep.
And that's really changed me, I think, because I used to get a bit, you know, freaked out and kind of go with the roller coaster, depending on how the month was looking, how the listings were looking, and, you know, how the listings I had were going as well, because they don't always go smoothly either. So I think, you know, that's been a fundamental shift for me. I still do all my exercise. I still go to the gym. I still run. I still play squash.
Yeah.
You know, I do all of those things. But in addition to that, I've really kind of, you know, gone down this path of, you know, trying to, you know, find, you know, some calmness and a way of getting the day off in that, you know, centered, you know, kind of.
Yeah. So you're better at the start of the day, the middle of the day, the back of the day. How do you plan it out? Is there you get yourself set for the next hour for calls and do your calls? Or?
Yeah, look, that's an ongoing thing through the day. But again, I think everyone sets the trajectory at the start of the day.
Yep.
So what you do at the start of the day, I think, is extremely important.
Yep.
You know, are you getting up in a panic because you're late and you've slept in, and, you know, you've got a heap of meetings, and you're kind of, you know, eating a piece of toast while you're putting on your jacket, and kind of, you know, that's not a good place to come from.
No,
it's I think, you know, giving yourself time to be able to, you know, wake up slowly and center yourself and have that time to, whether meditation's your thing or not, that's fine. But just that time to just, you know, set your intentions for the day.
Yeah.
And then to go out on the right trajectory and you know, make it happen.
So part of that is I won't go too deep because it'll start freaking.
Sure. No, we don't want to do that.
Bit of visualising and so forth of how your day is going to pan out. So it's great. So you've got good habits, and I can see it in, you know, your whole presentation that, you know, you're set for the day. You know what you're going to do. There's no real surprises, although our business is about fixing problems, so we do get surprises during the day. So having said that, you get into. Do you have a a number in your head of the number of sales that are comfortable, and then you start getting uncomfortable? Has that happened to you yet? Where it breaks it, and you're like, "Oh, I haven't gone to this number before."
Yeah. Oh, look. It's funny. My goal board has changed quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I still have it in my mind what I'd like to achieve,
Mm-hmm.
but again, my goals are just about having the right energy, because I still think, not to bang on about it, but I still think that no matter what you've got or what you don't have, that's what you've got.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's where it's at that point in time.
Yeah.
So whether you freak out about it or whether you stay calm about it, it's still going to be the same.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens going forward from there can change drastically, because in your interactions with people, through your open for inspections, your prospecting, all that kind of thing, if you're not at the numbers that you must hit, then that's going to come through.
Yeah.
That's going to come through in your energy. It's going to come through in your voice. It's going to come through as desperation. And people can hear it. People can feel that. And people buy energy. They buy our energy. And if that energy is not good, they're not buying it.
So this is, numbers-wise, Daniel knows what he has to do. He knows how many people he's got to call, how many appointments he should have. So he's working on numbers, which help him settle or fire up. So having said that, so August was a great month. September, how'd it go?
Was always looking quieter.
Things were a bit quieter.
It was always looking quieter. Yeah. It was a bit of a roller coaster. See, August isn't that busy, historically.
Yeah.
But was unseasonably busy this year. So we had almost this early rush.
Yeah.
And then it kind of petered off for September. So September's pretty average.
Office had a few big ones during that period.
There are a couple, but it was pretty average. And then now we're kind of ramping up for October, and of course we've got a
couple of high maintenance ones.
We've got that as well, and then the block thrown into the melting pot just for good measure.
Okay, all right. So you've taken the lid off it. Let's talk about the block. Okay. How are you handling it?
Look, it's an experience. It's about to all get underway. We're marketing this week, look, it's very exciting. We've got some big things that we've implemented for the block. So thinking outside the box and making some marketing material, which I hope is going to make number 3, Ronnie and Georgia, stand out.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to getting that underway.
So did that start rolling out on the weekend? Did I see domain ads start just last weekend?
There shouldn't have been. So first opens are this week.
Right. Okay.
So
maybe it was on social media. Maybe
might have been. Yeah. So that we are all getting it out on social media now, and the open start this weekend will be in the domain, and will be online this week. So
anybody that has seen our interviews before, Richmond office, whoever else, Paran office who have been involved, the challenge is to keep your eye on the purchaser. So we need to find somebody that will buy the property, because there's a lot of excitement around it, and you can get drawn off the target by the competitors who don't own the property.
Sure.
So we're selling it for the producers, and it's a fine line, because they're looking for a lot of help and any strategy that could win them the game, whereas we've got to sell the property.
Sure.
And it's a tough one.
And that's what we're coming into now. Again, Biggin and Scott's been heavily involved with the block, but we haven't yet. So I'm seeking some guidance from a couple of people that have done it before. I've given David Lack a call, and and talking to Russell as well. So look, again, it's an experience. I'm told it's a roller coaster. We're strapped in, so we'll just see how it goes this week. But I think that's going to be an aspect that we don't normally have to deal with. I mean, we're always qualifying, and we're always sifting out and finding out who we feel are the best buyers, your A-grade buyers, and relaying that information to the vendor. So nothing really changes from that end, but it's the amount of exposure, the amount of interest that these properties generate.
And look, it's something you've got to deal with, because it's a TV show. But from what I've seen, and Port Melbourne last year was a great example. The product was perfect for the area and had a good price point. So from what I've seen, the houses this year are Ulstonic houses. They're perfect for the area. They're what people want. So that will drive a level of interest in itself.
It should do, and I think that's evident by the fact that we've got like genuine active buyers that are in the market in the Elsternwick market already.
Yeah, and there's
that are lined up, ready to have a look.
Yeah, great.
We've already contacted them. They're contacting us, saying, look, we're interested in having a look. From a genuine buying perspective.
And managing that is very difficult because you've got private inspections for them, and then you've got this public one that's coming up, which will have 20-odd thousand people on a day.
That'll be fun.
I'm busy that day. By the way.
Are you? It's a shame I didn't get a reply. I sent you an invite.
That's tough because that's people, families that have been watching the show, and they want to see and touch the finished product, which is
they're already there. I mean, you wouldn't believe it. Every time we go to do photos or to check on something, there's like 30 or 40 families outside the front of these properties just constantly, it's like an attraction.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah. So, but like all of our sales, it's not about us, it's not about the show, it's about getting a good price for the property and getting it sold. So
at the end of the day, that's the crux.
I look forward to seeing you, very tired you, at the end of the month.
Don't interview me next month.
Oh, it's tough. Mate, congratulations on being consistent. I love your message about, just do what you can do, be the best that you can be, basically is what you're saying, and it all falls into place.
Keep the energy. It doesn't matter what's happening. What's happening is already happening. Yeah. So just monitor your energy, try and keep calm, and because that's what's going to get you out of it going forward. Yeah. The panic, the desperateness, desperation, that will not get you, the listings to bring you, out of...
Slowly removing negative things that aren't getting you where you want to go. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, everyone, and congratulations again, Daniel.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.